University, Philippines, and Tribhuvan University, Nepal. This conference stands as a testament to our shared commitment to academic excellence, global collaboration, and meaningful dialogue on the evolving landscape of education.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here for a panel discussion on a highly relevant and transformative theme: reimagining higher education in the age of artificial intelligence and future learning ecosystems. Today's discussion will encourage reflection, critical thinking, and forward-looking strategies for sustainable and inclusive higher education. To begin our proceedings, let's invoke the blessings of the divine with a prayer. I request everyone to rise for the prayer.
നല്ല വാക്കിന്റെ ശീലു ചൊല്ലുവാൻ നാവിനാകേണമേ സ്നേഹമാകുന്ന ഗീതമോ എൻ്റെ കാതിനിണയാകണേ സത്യമെന്നുള്ള ശീലമോടെ ഞാൻ ശാന്തി അറിയണമേ എന്നറിയുവാനുള്ള ബോധമുണ്ടാകണേ ജീവജാലങ്ങളാകെയും ജന്മബന്ധുവായിടണേ ജാതിഭേദങ്ങളെന്ന ശാപമോ ദൂരെ മറയണമേ ലോകമൊന്നെന്ന പാഠമെന്നുമെൻ മനസ്സിലെഴുതേണമേ.
Allow me to briefly outline the structure of today's session. The session will begin with opening remarks by the moderator. Each panelist will share their insights on the theme. This will be followed by an interactive discussion among the panelists. Finally, we'll open the floor for a Q&A session with the audience. I kindly request all participants to keep their questions concise and relevant to the theme.
So, it's my honor to introduce the moderator for this panel discussion, Mr. Donny Manoj, who is committed to strengthening academic frameworks in rural institutions with a focus on continuous improvement, collaborative growth, and student-centered development. He has shown his relentless pursuit in faculty training, curriculum enrichment, and supporting quality initiatives to enhance academic standards and institutional processes. He is currently serving as the Dean of College Affairs at Jamia Nadwiya Arts and Science College.
We are extremely proud and grateful to have a moderator whose academic insights and experience will guide this session with depth, balance, and clarity. Now, I humbly welcome Mr. Donny Manoj to take over the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for that very kind welcome. First of all, let me express my gratitude for being invited here to be able to sit in presence of great minds, great academicians, who actually structures the policies, who actually creates teachers. And I am very grateful to the management of HM College and the conference for organizing a panel discussion of this sort. Usually conferences tend to end up as separate technical sessions. But a panel discussion of this sort, I believe, would allow us to communicate our ideas, our insights, to learn from our neighboring country, from our collaborating, partnering institutions. And I believe the discussion that's about to happen here would illuminate us, would give us insights into the best practices of your institutions which we can apply here as well as back in Nepal, I believe. So, without further ado, let me introduce the members of this panel. Most of you are already familiar with them. They spend an entire day here. But still, let me invite each and every member of this panel. First, we have Dr. Surya Sigdel. He's a professor and the student welfare chief of Mahendra Ratna campus, Tribhuvan University of Nepal. So, welcome, sir. Then we have Dr. Lograj Regmi, Head Department of English Studies, Mahendra Ratna campus, Tribhuvan University, Nepal. So, welcome, sir. We have Shivram Pandey, sir. He's an associate professor at GAMC, Tribhuvan University, Kathmandu, Nepal. So, welcome to this panel discussion, sir. We have Professor Asimul Islam from the Center for Interdisciplinary Research in Basic Sciences, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. So, welcome to this discussion. We are hoping to hearing your insights. We have Dr. Samir Babu, Associate Professor, Department of Educational Studies, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. I believe you will share with us your valuable insights on pedagogy, the changing nature of teaching in the age of AI and automation. We have Dr. Fawaz TK, a very seasoned and experienced associate professor who have worked all across India, currently working at Indian Maritime University, Kolkata. So, welcome to this discussion, sir. So, with this, I believe we can begin our discussion. As you already know, our topic is reimagining higher education in the age of artificial intelligence and future learning ecosystems. See, we live in the age of AI. It has revolutionized our life. It has permeated into each and every aspect of our daily life. And it is no surprise that education, the field of education, the field of higher studies too has been affected by AI. There are people who look at it with concern. There are people who look at it as a blessing. But at the same time, it is essential that discussions happen about the ethical implications of AI. Our role as teachers are drastically changing. Right, we are not the sole proprietors or providers of knowledge these days. Knowledge is available in pill format, as easy to swallow pill. You have the entire knowledge of centuries in the tip of your fingertips, in your smartphone. So what is the role of teachers? Are we going to get replaced? That's a concern many educators have. But I believe we do not have to fear. It's just that our roles change. We can act as facilitators, we can act as supporters, we can act as guides. I believe that position won't be taken up or taken over by AI very soon. So, let us begin with a very open question. To what extent should campuses, colleges, universities, is there a need to regulate the use of AI, artificial intelligence in campus? Or should we build an ecosystem where artificial intelligence is integrated into our pedagogical practices, into our teaching, learning, into the campus culture in total? So I believe we can begin the discussion with this question, and we can move forward to the next questions according to the insights we receive. So, Samir sir, shall we start, sir? Okay.
Good morning, everyone. The chair of the panel discussion, my co-panelists. The concern I just mentioned some of the points to discuss. Is altogether, when we talk about the AI and how it is going to transform the entire higher education. So I have some of the concerns to discuss. When we talk about higher education, we generally talk about the policies, education policies relevant to the specific nation. Again, we come to the frameworks that we have in school education. We have, if we talk about Indian context, we have a curriculum framework for school education. There will be a possibility of, even now we have lots of things, AI planners, how the future of the, such kind of preparation we have to have. Instead of giving into your CVs, definitely you can just search if even with a unique code or something, an ID, you can also search about yourself instead of giving you. It's going to happen very recently, I hope. Similarly, when we look into now, we have lots of competitions. So there are chances of like prompting competitions. Even now it is happening somewhere. Prompt engineers, prompt engineering we have. The competition also happens like that. Similarly, there are similarity matches. Suppose you can also think something, you can also produce something. So such kind of similarity matches, how it is similar to the AI. Such kind of competition, there are possibilities in higher education. Then again, another concern I think, now we are talking about the human AI. Now again, what I perceived with my limited experience in education is that we are also thinking in terms of AI. Because once I generated something through AI become my language. It is also M1 So we are using the AI-based Grammarly, Board, such kind of paraphrases, grammar correction, writer assistance. But here also the concern is that we are also into that. Their language will become our language. So definitely to what extent the thinking is linked to AI. AI and similarity with, we are talking about the content now, but there is also a concern to discuss about to what extent the thinking is matching with, thinking similarity with the AI. Such kind of things we have to have. Similarly, we are talking about black boxes. So definitely there will be people, managers or those who are having a concern to areas where we are not getting some of the things. Similarly, definitely there will be a think tanks, prompt think tanks will be developed. These are some of the futures. So when students are preparing for even now we are talking about the 21st century skills and transversal skills. So without any support, without any skills in the AI tools or techniques, the certification, skill certification, if you don't have, definitely it will be really a trouble for the students to take over some of the positions. With the traditional things, because we know that the examinations are gone because people are writing with the help of AI. Even we have very strict rules and regulations in Jamia Millia regarding the cheating cases. We are not compromising about it. We have flying squads. Every department will be having. So whenever, it's rarely we are getting mobile phones. So people use AI tools only to write from the ChatGPT, Perplexity. They use it for even the copying. So these are all very common things. Whenever they are writing, they are designing something, developing something. We are talking about creativity. To what extent we are talking about some of the competitions even. It is also linked with AI. The thought process, what we judge upon like talents of the students may not be exactly the talents. To what extent they can utilize the help of AI whether they are very talented to tap the potentials through AI, they are successful. Actually, this can also be judged as a talent, but it is not actual creativity sometimes. So these are some of the concerns definitely we have to discuss. So my concern is that whenever we are into education, especially into higher education, side by side, minute to minute, we should have something to learn about AI, getting mastery over some of the techniques and strategies. Otherwise, we will be definitely outdated. Whether as teacher, manager, student, tutor, everyone has this kind of situation. We are going to face this kind of situation. Definitely, we should have a significant day-to-day schedule regarding learning of some of the tools, some of the skills related to AI. These are some of the basics understanding I have to share. Then I hope that we'll have the further discussions.
Professor Asimul Islam, sir, could you share your insights?
Good morning. So, AI has integrated so much into the system, you cannot avoid it. So, we have to take it in our daily life. And should we allow free access to it, or there should be restrictions? So, check and balances shall always be there. But the ethical issues are always there. Even when AI was not there, ethical issues were there. When this computer was not there, ethical issues were there. So cheating was there, or plagiarism was there. But now AI has made the things easier. AI is a cop in itself. AI can detect whether you are using AI or not. AI can say whether you have used plagiarized material or not. And as far as higher education is there, it has made the things very easy for the higher education to proceed. If we take the example of drug discovery, earlier it was a very slow process. Suppose I want to make a drug against any enzyme. So I'll ask my friend from organic chemistry and tell them to synthesize some molecules. They will synthesize some molecules, then I will check with my protein. It will take billions and billions of rupees, and it will take 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Now I can ask my friend who is good expert at computer science. He can model my protein. He can model drug. So we have a library of 1 lakh molecules, 2 lakh molecules. So we can screen 2 lakh molecules with my protein, and within 10 days, I'll find 10 best molecules. Now I can go to my friend who is chemist. I'll ask him to make analog of these 10 molecules. He will give me another 100 molecules. Now I have best 100 molecules. Using AI, these 100 molecules will give me again 5 molecules. Now I can use those 5 molecules in my lab and do research on that. So the work which could have been done in 50 years can be done in 1 year. So that is the beauty of power of AI. And if AI is going on and some ethical issues are there, then AI has potential to curb them, because we have lots of softwares, we have lots of techniques where we can curb this thing. So AI should be freely promoted, and we should, if we want to exist in this world, if we want to go for research, if we want to go for higher education, we cannot think of education without AI. I think and it also depends on subject. Like in prospect of science will be different from humanities. Suppose I want to write an essay on Mahatma Gandhi. If I ask AI to write an essay on Mahatma Gandhi, then there is no use of my skill. So it is not reflecting my skills. But if I ask AI to design some drugs, and then I take this thing to next step, then that is the real use of AI. So we should be careful where to use AI and where not to. That is my submission. Otherwise, we cannot have future without this thing. Like these days at Jamia, we are having some softwares. Earlier, we used to do molecular docking with proteins manually. Now we have AI, so it will automatically do molecular docking with proteins, say 1,000 protein or 1 lakh protein. Similarly, like in days to come, computer will decide personalized medicine. I am taking Dolo 500. Computer will tell me whether I need 475 mg or 500 or 525. Another person may be requiring 600 mg. So doses can be monitored by AI, and AI, like yesterday we were having a keynote on AI, and we were seeing that AI is involved in each and every aspect of our life. So in agriculture, in traffic police, uh, uh, at every place we are finding the integration of AI, and life is not possible without this. So whenever new techniques come, technology come, we fear about that, and it's very important. We should see all the pros and cons, and if there are some negative point of that, we also have solution for that. So we should not fear. We should go ahead with AI. That is my submission. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. This is very important. It is human nature to fear novel new things. So I think that concern exists in the mind of people, but comments like this, views like this, helps us rethink, helps us understand that there are more possibilities, more opportunities than negatives or dangers. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Surya Sigdal, sir, to share your insights on AI, campuses, its future in campuses, in future in our lives.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Before telling you something about AI, I would like to tell you something about the teacher. Who is the teacher? Teacher is not the person who transfers knowledge from one vessel to another, thinking that student is an empty vessel. Teacher is the person who facilitates the students, who make use of knowledge, using AI as a tool, not as a terror. For example, AI is the ocean of knowledge and solutions waiting for a variety of problems. So how to make use of AI depends on the use you do. For example, if a school management wants to make use of AI, then the school or college uses learning management system in which the students can see their attendance, can see their performance, and can see whether they have submitted their assignment and or not, or they can see what grade they have got after submitting the assignment. In this way, we can make use of AI in education. In education, we can get knowledge from AI, but the teacher is the person to empower the students to contextualize the knowledge shown by AI in our context. So, in the era of artificial intelligence, if we become a slave of AI, then we can do nothing. But if we can swim across the ocean of AI, then we can make use of AI, enjoy advantages, and meet the destinations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to move on to Dr. Lograj Regmi. And I would like to ask you this question since I am also from the literature background. Can AI be creative? It's a very important question that is being discussed today. Recently, some work that was created using AI won an award. And after the award was declared, the author said that she had actually used AI to prepare the work. So, how can English literature classrooms be human-centered in the age of AI? Or how can humanities classrooms become human-centered? Can creativity be copied? Can creativity be replicated by AI? And there are a lot of people who misunderstand AI created content with actual creativity. So what is your insight regarding that?
Thank you very much. So, AI, ICT tools, devices, gadgets in the context of literature teaching in classroom. So whether we are teaching literature or language or any discipline, I think AI should be used or ICT devices should be used as resources, as materials. We should think that they provide us with the materials. And how far we are able to use such materials, such resources creatively is the question, is the central thing in front of us. So, ICT devices, ICT tools in classroom, we can use them. Even at that time, we should consider how consciously we are using it, for what purpose we are using it, how far this particular tool, this resource is academically supportive to us is the main thing. Even literature classroom, literature teaching, that also includes academic writing. I would like to give you an example in my context. As I am working as a head of the department, my students, some of my students, they, at the time of preparing proposal or thesis, dissertation, they come very hurriedly with ill-prepared materials. They take the help of AI, ChatGPT, other sources. And they use very unreliable sources also. They use the open access sources, unreliable sources, and they come and if you ask them cross question, they don't have any answer. And they can't go ahead. Some of the students. And some, they come with very excellent writings, very well structured sentences, very well structured format also. They come. And at the time of Bhai Babosh, if you ask any question, they do not have any answer. So we easily know these are the things very directly derived from online sources. So this is also a practice in our context. As you asked, as you inquired me earlier, even when there were papers, when there were books, when we didn't have such online system, digitalization was not developed, we had the books. People could copy from them, but pasting was not possible at that time. Easy copy was possible, but we could not find the source, how it was derived. That copying was there at that time too, but pasting was not possible, even during that paper period. So in my opinion, that literature classroom, ICT devices should be used as very much resourceful tools so that the students, teacher can promote their access so that they can use such sources very effectively as presentation so that they can expand the horizon of knowledge and skill in their respective discipline. We can do it if this is for example, as you told, creative purpose, for the purpose of creative writing. Even we know our great poet, Lakshmi Prasad Devkota, he was influenced by the romantic poets, Wordsworth, Coleridge, Shelley, Keats, Byron, etc. Balakrishna Sharma, he was influenced by William Shakespeare. However, there was no digitalization at that time. So they studied the books, they got the knowledge, they knew the spirit of writing, They knew the social issues, what we as literary writers can rise in our work, and they did. And Lakshmi Prasad Devkota became a Nepali romantic poet, and Balakrishna Sharma, he wrote drama following the spirit of William Shakespeare. So we should use all AI, ChatGPT, the latest development as resource, as materials, as means, not as end. This is how we can make our literature classroom effective.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now I would like to pose a question to Dr. Shivram Pandey, sir. How should, since you are from the Department of Education, yesterday sir was saying about how they produce like revolutionaries, people who can change a country, people who can change the course of a country's history. So how should teacher education and pedagogy change in response to AI mediated learning?
Thank you very much, Mr. Dhoni, for this opportunity. Agreeing all the panelists, I would like to say that I am not, that much comfortable with that very terminology, artificial, but very comfortable with intelligence. First of all, I would like to highlight this very thing. I would like to situate my own classroom. One day, I asked the MPhil level scholars to take the best answers from the passage given. All the students made the answers correct. Later I asked, how did you make all the answers correct? All of them said, we used ChatGPT to make the 20 objective questions correct. Then, desire came to my mind. What wonderful thing that our students did. So what is the secret behind this? Then, I asked another question to them, to one of the scholars from MPhil level scholars from the education studies. Can you just tell me the central idea of this passage? Then that candidate froze for some time, could not speak even a word and sentence that passage contains. See, artificial and then intelligence. Where do they go? The assignment, became meaningless. This is one thing that we have been facing in our, let's say, eco-pedagogical zone. And we teachers, we have forgotten the diversity of our classes. Why? Because there are, the students from higher level, middle class level, and then even from low level, economically low level status. Some might come with very good, smartphones, mobile phones. Some may not appear with any kind of digital gadgets, devices. So, don't you think that it has created a digital divide, right? In the name of, this artificial intelligence. So, I agree the merits that Dr. Samir Babu has highlighted and other scholars, who have already said, we cannot survive, even strive with, without the use of AI in this world. Because yesterday I said that I was the student who was not allowed to use even a calculator while doing mathematics at our time. So change is inevitable. We cannot, stop it. But as Gandhi says, be changed, to visualize the change. All right? It is inevitable and we cannot, stop it. But we can even, see the research papers that scholars came with yesterday. We did not see the in-text citations, for example, because almost all the materials they derived or they brought from AI. As a result, in AI, who said actually that thought is not mentioned. So therefore, Confucius, I remember Confucius who says that learning without thought is labor lost. So where has gone our deep thinking, as well as creativity and critical thinking? Okay, after the use of AI. So this is, a very challenging part. And, it will not replace, but those teachers who are using AI will replace those who are not using, AI. For instance, this is a challenge. Many, people have become jobless, these days. I do not, put watch in the, on my hand. Why? Because there is time in the mobile, and the WhatsApp is, closed these days. They have not got any employment. Okay? We can see, things from diverse perspectives, and there are slogans on the road. We are unemployed. In many nations, I have heard that, people are very much, unemployed. So don't you think that this artificial intelligence has brought a kind, brought unemployment? This is my, worry, a kind of, query. Why? Because many people are unemployed. Because photo studio, for example, there are not much photo studios in the market these days. Even the photocopy, for instance, right? So, don't you think, ecologically this is a great threat to the educationist? So, I sometimes think like this. And then when I remember Lakshmi Prasad Devkota, imagination is more important than creation, or let's say, creativity. How much, the level of imagination that our students deploy, right, in the classroom and at home. So, the situation is not that much, favorable. However, we have to accept it as a tool, but not as a terror. And you might have read the book, written by Dr. Kobe, the 7 habits. Now even 8th habit has already come. He mentioned that I need you and you need me. Interdependence, age of interdependence. But over-reliance, okay, let's say, dependence on technology will take us to a very difficult zone, perhaps. So, therefore, dependence, independence, and interdependence. See, where actually we make our stand. This is another very pertinent, questions still raging before us. Thank you very much, Dr. Tony. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. That was really thought-provoking. Like, even though sir started with equity, I think that's a question that we should address in the next round. Is there a digital divide being created? Is there a kind of digital elitism being created in education institutions? Moving on to Dr. Fawaz, sir. Since you come from a very specialized field of engineering, I would like to ask you, how do you balance automation with human decision making in specialized field? Can it be replaced? Can certain decision that has to be made by humans, can we entrust it to AI? Because AI is all seeing, all knowing. You can go up to a certain step and call it omnipotent. I'm going an extra step because it sees everything, it knows everything. So can we entrust such decisions over to AI or automation?
Nice question. Just 1 minute I am taking with my connection with Manjeri. I am first time here at HM College Manjeri. I was here at Manjeri for 2 years during my academics. During 96-98, my pre-degree tuition was here at CSR Manjeri. My beloved teacher, Venu sir, is sitting there. From here only I could see them. With all respect and gratitude to Venu sir, let me start. And here, basically, while talking about automation or the newer technologies, my point is that we have to use all the technologies, all the developments. It may be automation, it may be artificial intelligence, or any other technology. And the students, we have to equip our students for using any newer technology. That should be the role of the teachers in the new era. Whatever the technology is developing, and we should equip our students. I will just ask questions to the students. Can we ban mobile phone in this campus? Do you agree? No, they will not agree. But when 20 years back, when I was working in an engineering college, a private engineering college in Malappuram itself, the mobile phone was banned in the campus. Suppose we are getting a mobile phone from a student, and we have to take that mobile phone. There is a strict instruction to the faculty to take that, catch the mobile phone, seize the mobile phone, and take to the principal's room. And there is a special almirah for keeping the mobile phone in the principal room, and that mobile phone will be kept in the almirah till the course completion. And after the course completion, whenever the BTech is completed, the last day of the academics, then only the principal will release. Then one day I caught 2 girls with a mobile phone, and I took them to my cabin. I know the rule is that much strict. Then finally they were begging, and I didn't have the idea to take to principal, but finally I gave it. After 5 minutes of conversation, I gave them back. That was the strategy. But we cannot even imagine that was the situation here 20 years back. And now in my classes, sometimes I will be running to the class from some other programs or some other lot of administrative works. I know only what is a topic to teach. I have not prepared the slides, or I have not prepared the teaching notes. Ideally, all this should be there. But certain instances, we will not be having all this. We may be engaged in some other activities. And then we are going to the class. But I know only the topic or the concept that to be delivered to the students today. That only I know. This is the topic I have to convey. Then what I will do? I will ask the students to take the mobile phone, their Android phone, and search this one. And they will find out the figure and the topic or the system that I have to teach them. And they will identify that. That means all the students are engaged. If I am teaching, almost 70% of the students will be sleeping. Now, if I am giving a task to them, they are searching that, and different students are identifying different pictures or different technologies, different materials, and then I will tell the students to share into their class WhatsApp group. That means after 1 hour, what will happen is that even if I am searching and finding out some materials, and then I am teaching in the class, only one result only one set of information I can give. But when the 40 students are searching, and they are finding out and they are engaged in the class time as well as they are getting multiple informations. The only thing is that I have to verify, that means which is the authentic one or which is not that much authentic. And as a faculty, from my experience or from my understanding, this is not required, this is not needed to be taken. And this is good material and this has to be shared. Such a decision making, the teachers are required. Then that will be the role of the teacher in that situation. And while coming to the automation and the artificial intelligence, and whether all can be replaced with AI. And before that, generally now in all academic institutions, all are teaching about the AI tools. How to use AI tools in writing, how to use AI tools in business. Now all this, a lot of programs are running. But in my viewpoint, what is the base of AI? That has to be taught. And how AI works. With that, after giving that understanding, then only the students or the users will know that what is the limitation. And what are the mechanisms of learning the AI, means teaching the AI, like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. What are the methods of machine learning, how it works. Then only, and what is the data sets, and what is the algorithm. I am not talking about the very deep understanding, but then only we can understand that what are the limitations. Even the term artificial intelligence, that there are a lot of criticism about the term artificial intelligence. That term is not correct. Previously, I had attended one session of a professor from UK. He was telling that this term is misleading. Actually, this is not the term to be given. This was during the Alan Turing test only it was given such a name, but that is misleading. It is basically a data we are having. From that, using the data, we are generating something. That is basically happening. So the result depends on the accuracy of the data, fairness of the data, all these things. So how AI works, that is very important. Then if we are confident that our data set is correct and everything is correct, then we can use in certain situations. And now whatever the new trend is that human plus AI. So you can use AI, but to verify that human being is required, human intelligence is required. So a lot of companies and startups are there now with the concept of human plus AI. So as a short, human plus AI would be the solution for the future.
Hello. Thank you so much, sir. Been bothering me for a while. Bothering in the sense, I teach a lot about AI. I try to integrate AI into my teaching because I know if I give my students a topic to write an assignment on, they are definitely going to use some kind of ChatGPT or some AI tool. Because my literature subject, it's very easy for them. They do not need to do any mathematical equation or anything. So a simple prompt would give them a ready-made answer which they can print out and submit to me. What I try to do is I encourage them to use AI, but not just to use AI, just as Dr. Fawaz just suggested. But another question comes about the role of teachers. Of course, as already mentioned here, role of teacher is not to be the sole knowledge provider. Because that time has gone since the advent of internet and smartphone. Knowledge is abundantly available around us. What we can do is transform ourselves into moral guides. But at the same time, there are certain things that AI, I believe, cannot do. Can AI give mentorship? Can AI provide care? Can AI inspire students? So it is in this context I want to ask specifically Dr. Islam and Dr. Rampande sir, can ethical reasoning be taught through systems that themselves do not possess moral consciousness? I specifically mentioned you because you gave two distinct approaches to how we should face AI. So I'll repeat my questions. Can ethical reasoning be taught through systems that themselves do not possess moral consciousness.
So if you have paid this thing, AI things, you can have a personalized AI to you. So it can be your mentor, it can be your PhD scholar, it can be your PA, and it's a reality. It's not the things to come, but like I have many friends industry. They have paid artificial intelligence, and they are personalizing the AI. They give certain name to AI, and they give them prompts and tasks to them, and then they start thinking as a person. And they, whenever suppose I'm head of the department, I need to write many official letters. So I'll train my AI for that purpose. I am a researcher. I can personalize my AI to a PhD student. Now it will act as a PhD student. And the AI is based on machine learning. So as I will give prompt to this, it will keep on searching on that area. And earlier you were talking about this creation. So I was just writing one Urdu couplet. I wrote one line. I was struggled to write second line. So I gave that prompt in the AI, and AI gave me many options. So now I have to choose which I have to take. Now these days, whenever we ask our student to decide your MSc dissertation or PhD topic, first thing they go to ChatGPT. They come out with 8 to 10 beautiful titles. Then we have to decide which one to go. So one thing that what AI has done, it has brought 0 level to 100 level. So your beginning has become very complex. Earlier, students used to search the topics, then they used to get the topic done. Now, this AI is giving you a topic. Now, your 50% work is done. Now, your starting point has increased. Second thing, your quality of work is increasing with AI. Yesterday, we were seeing that students were giving very nice presentation. There were very good titles, but they were not able to cope up with that titles because AI has increased your level of quality. So initially, they are fighting to cope up with the title, but after some time, they will be able to cope up with that thing. So second thing, AI is not a new thing. If I am from science background, so students comes, they use different machines in our lab. They are using spectrophotometer, fluorimeter, IT, hundreds of. They use the machine and bring data to me. Now I see whether this data is correct or not. Many times they are getting peaks which are not relevant. So I told them this is nothing. So computer is an idiot box. You give any input, it will give output. Same thing is with AI also. So it is in the context of writing. So people are thinking it's a new thing or new challenges, but we are facing these kind of challenges, not same, but these kind of challenges earlier also. So even if you see research papers from some indigenous journal and some big journal like Science and Nature, you can find out difference between the graphs and the discussion because their level is different. So if I'm using a machine, it will give me a graph. Same thing if I give a prompt to AI, it will give me something. Now I have to decide what to take and what not to take. And second thing, my starting level has increased now. So I have to give more time to study topic. Things have become easier, but competition has become more. So now we are in more competitive world with AI. So we cannot ignore AI. AI will be there like Sir said earlier you could ban mobile, but now you cannot ban mobile. Similarly, in times to come, you can, this day you can ban this, you will not write with AI, but this will not last. And technology will improve more than this. This is not the end of the technology. This is just starting of the things are there, things are going very fast. But we have to cope up with this thing. That is my submission.
Thank you so much.
Who is the teacher again? Teacher is the person who empowers students from behind the curtain. They empower the students to perform different roles so that they will not get afraid of the teacher, afraid of the situations, because they think that there is a teacher to support us from behind, first of all. Second, what is AI? AI is the most favorite book of everyone around the world. That may be for the child, for an elderly person, for anyone else, for business, for teacher, for engineer, for doctor. So how we can use AI? For example, yesterday you have presented so many papers that you are able to get all the information from the artificial intelligence. Now, perhaps there is the step comes, you get the idea from the artificial intelligence, you go through the information that you need, then you discuss the information given by the AI with your idea, and you contextualize with the context you have in your situation. Then you generate new idea. This is a creative idea making through the use of artificial intelligence. So I would like to make use of artificial intelligence in this way. If you use in this way, you will make your writing free from plagiarism and free from others' idea, and you will have your own idea. Another one, what is the role of the students to get more creative, to be more creative, and to be a role model for others? If you bring everything from artificial intelligence, what happens? You are the slave of the artificial intelligence. So you are the best swimmer around the ocean of the knowledge generated by the AI. So teacher in the past, teacher was the source of knowledge. There was no other access to knowledge. But now all the students, teachers, every one of us are in the ocean of knowledge, so we don't look for or work hard for knowledge. But we have to look for different ideas from the source and then with our knowledge in the way that we can solve the problem that comes towards us. Thank you.
It's okay. That artificial intelligence itself can be the source of the knowledge. Students, teachers can gather knowledge from different sources, but they should be able to make their own by following certain procedures. They can filter, they can scan, they can scrutinize, they can put the information into their own context, they can evaluate how much does this knowledge contribute to my context, to my problem. That's why we can use AI for creative purpose. Creative purpose in the sense we should be able to provide the vision, the solution, the way ahead there. So we don't have any option to ignore AI, but how we use, to what extent do we use, and what policies do we make to adopt the information from AI to our writing, to our learning, to our teaching is the question. And what are the valid sources? What are invalid sources? So we should have such provision very strongly made. And even AI can be used as search engine also. Search engine. Yes, if you use it as search engine, then it is very much mandatory, it is very much compulsory that you should show the sources. What is the source of this information? How does it come? When you find the source, when you mention the source, when you acknowledge the source, then that becomes convincing. That's why creating a very sustainable, convincing, ethical ground is very much important. So we can use AI in this sense everywhere. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Tony, again for this very creative questions, critical question, I must say. As far as your question is concerned, this is very pertinent, issue on the part of all stakeholders. I remember Isaac Asimov to answer this, actually issue. Today's students embrace AI with eagerness and great enthusiasm. As Isaac Asimov says, I was born with auto, live with auto, and will die with auto. And same is the case with today's students. I was born with AI, live with AI, and die with AI. So they have taken AI as a panacea, everything, all and all. They have forgotten the world of humanity, social interactions and discussions. For example, I could have given my speech, sitting from my own room. Instead of doing that, I came to this beautiful place of Kerala. And, I delivered my speech, smiling, with the students, with scholars and with, all dignitaries. So, can I kiss this kind of social attachment and attraction in AI? So my question is that. And another very, pertinent thing that I would like to highlight is our morality, our ethical aspect is questionable. It's questionable. The authenticity, for example, the dependability, everything is in a question. I did not know. Yesterday, Dr. Samir said that, the year level is more than 400 in New Delhi. But the scholar who used AI came with 200 or something like that. See, he knew that, the updates. Are all those things updated in there? And very important thing that we need to consider is our students have become faster, with the arrival of AI. But our policy makers, what they have done is, we had 2 years bachelor degree. Now they have made 4 years bachelor degree. See the contradiction, the policy and the practice. Okay? This is very challenging. We assume that our students, scholars are very faster, very quick learners, and the policy makers, 2 years bachelors, they have made 4 years bachelors. And as a result, many students, when they reach 4th year bachelor level, course, they have already gone to Iraq and Iran or Kuwait and Saudi Arabs. See, The policymakers are very responsible to send our innocent, youths to the foreign land. So, so that's why, we should not take AI as panacea. Although we can use it as a tool for, learning, but it is not all in all. So, the humanity part, I am very, fascinated by the terms automation, kind of human development, and then, transition. See, we are all in transition. All right? And then in such a, kind of transition, phase, we are talking about transformation. All right? So how much possible is it in the name of AI? I think, we have to question once again, as, if you ask question, you remain full for 5 minutes. If you never ask questions, you are full forever. This is the, Chinese proverb, which, has, fascinated me a lot. So questioning and questioning, thinking and thinking, imagining and reimagining is very important. Reimagining the pedagogy, the policy, the policy level scholars need to reimagine the course, syllabus, even the curriculum, because our students are very much faster. My children at home, teach me how to use technology. I'm learning from them as well. See? So, thank you very much, for these very great questions. Our social justice, we need to take care. Even the part of, equity and equality, they are, very essential elements, right, that we need to reimagine. Thank you a lot.
I will just add some points from Sir's topic. Sir was mentioning about the ethics. So now one of the topics that is more discussed is responsible AI. Responsible AI. And people are talking about AI. Now recently there was a workshop at Cochin University on responsible AI itself. That the theme was responsible AI. So whenever we are searching something or we are using ChatGPT or AI tools, there will be a caution message. That means it can make mistakes. Then we will accept and then only we are continuing. Just like the people are, suppose someone is smoking, there will be the smoking is injurious to health or it may cause cancer. All these messages will be there. Then by seeing that, they are continuing the smoking. Similarly, it can make the mistakes. Such a message is there. But we are using it continuously, believing that all the informations are correct and ethical. And in the responsible AI, basically the concept is that it should be, the AI should be in such a way that it should ensure that ethics is maintained. That is one point. Another point is transparency. Transparency means how the result is generated and from what information it is generated. And that process of generating the results, generative AI, that should be transparent. It should not be a black box. That is another part of this responsible AI. So such points like then whether it is safe, whether the data privacy is there, that is very important. And suppose we are using some data as input, whether that the data is used as our data is lost, such issues are there. And then that is a safety of that one. And similarly, the accountability. Suppose the AI generated results are used for a complex design or something like that. Suppose for a nuclear reactor design or for the aeronautical engineering or rocket design or something like that, or a ship design. I am working in marine engineering field. And then we are ignoring this message. That means in the beginning there is a message that AI can make mistakes, but the designer or engineer is using AI and he is depending on the AI and he is taking all the information or data or calculation design based on this generative AI. And suppose some mistake is, suppose some flaw in the design is occurring. Who is responsible? So that accountability is also important. So a responsible AI with accountability, with transparency, with safety, with fairness. Now also the data is having skewness. That means all the AI is not giving the same consideration to all religion, all sect, all color. There are some criticism regarding that. That means the data is not fair. So the fairness, so such a responsible AI will be the solution for the future. That is the point.
Thank you so much, sir. I think now we can move towards the questions regarding the discussions we have had here.
Thank you, every panel members, for your valuable insight. I have a question to Sami sir. Many panel members mention here about ethical issues of students using AI tool for your academic purposes. My question is, current curriculum is relevant to the AI-driven world? Or what about including ethical issues related to this in the curriculum construction?
Okay. Thank you for this wonderful question. So when we look into the curriculum, even we talk about the recent developments as per the National Education Policy in India, 2020 we have a policy in India. Based on that also, and we are talking about a lot about AI. India is in the process of finalizing the AI policy, like Thailand, Japan, many developing countries, they have already come up with AI policies. It clearly states about, if you look into the AI policies of these nations, you can find out how responsibly we can use AI. And some of the nations we have seen that they completely banned the AI use in the schools even. In some of the schools, they are just going without mobile phones even in schools. In developed countries, we have seen some of the news recently. So as far as my knowledge is concerned, we don't have a very specific concern. When we look into the overall higher education scene in India, we can see that even take the AI aside, we have the other ethical part. Yesterday we were talking about the things like when we are doing a presentations, when we are developing a PowerPoint, writing something, even a single paragraph, there are ethical concerns like if you are referring to something, you have to give citation in text as per the citation manual, give the references properly, paraphrase it as much as possible, because when you are writing a paper to a journal, condition is that at least some minimum, many of the journals have mentioned 10% of the direct quotations can be accepted. Otherwise, the whole 90% should be the paraphrased version. That is the idea you are taking, but you are paraphrasing on your own, but provided that there should be the in-text citation. These are the very specific guidelines since long we follow. We have to follow, but we are not following. Again comes to the AI also in similar way. Even the basic ethical guidelines in an academic scene as content generation, writing, research, development, then it will be very difficult to follow. But we have to forcefully come into the ethical aspects, even though other than AI. Every college, every institution should have an AI policy. We cannot do away with AI. We have to adopt AI, otherwise you don't have existence. We have the history of protest against computer. We had mechanism, automation we have. Even in Kerala, I've seen, I'm not blaming anyone, irrespective of the government I'm speaking about, whether ruling party, opposition, so everyone is equal in that. I'm just giving you a concern. When I was in one of the universities in Kerala, I've seen that automation has happened in library. Many universities. But they don't want to remove the position. So what is doing is,
It is automated, so your entry is automated. As per the scanning of the barcode, it is entered that your book is issued. But I will be losing my job. So it should not happen. It will be against, then there will be the trade unions, everyone will come into front that you are losing the job. So I have a job, but technically it is a rubbish, nothing anyone can do without any qualification. Even an insane people can do that. Simply for handing over the text, unnecessarily they are writing the book number here. Again, another person is checking whether it is written. The other check is just giving a bar, just a tick that whether it is gone. So this is actually what we the people concern. I don't mean that it has its own concern. It has its own the other dimensions in human resources, employment. I agree with everything. But can this potential be used for something creative? That is not happening. That is not happening in many cases. Again, when it comes to the AI, how responsibly it can be used. Whether it is possible, some premier versions you have to purchase as a group, department-wise, in the university or in the college, it is required. Teach them, orient them about how Notebook LM. You are using Notebook LM is one of the best tools that we use to summarize videos, summarize text and all. So how responsibly we can use it, Notebook LM, how to identify the better sources, PDF, how to download the YouTube videos, how to upload it, how to match with the existing content. These things you orient the students and give the assignment. Nothing harm in using AI, but AI should be ethically used. You should know what you are using. You should know what are the sources. Simply generating, yesterday we have seen lots of very good, we can say that wonderful animated videos we have seen, animated PowerPoints we have seen. Very good. Only one thing is that many of them have not developed this ethically. Read some content, take a paraphrase version, give the in-text citation. Now you take into the platform and design whatever it's way. How beautifully it will look like. But people are not doing that. Simply give the prompt and take the content without any sense. Even some people are not able to read it properly because they are seeing for the first time. They don't know the concept. This should not happen. For that, a manual should develop. How to use it, what are the sources, every new versions, updations comes. There should be an orientation in the school, in the college, in the university. This is a requirement. In the teacher education component, it should be required. Then responsibly we can use. But it is not easy. There should be a purposeful. We have to develop an ecosystem where we can accommodate the AI skillfully into the curriculum. Where orientation matters, purchasing on subscription matters, fund allocation matters, collective responsibility matters, collaboration matters. Not only if you are not able to, we are organizing conferences like this. Why don't we collaborate in terms of the AI? I have a software, I'll share with you. You can use it. We have a software, you can also come and use my software so that when you purchase it, we will also come to you. Collaboration in terms of resource sharing. These are actually required. We should have a policy. Even though the state having a policy or not, we should initiate those who are into the AI things in the institution. We have to come forward and design some of the policies so that students and teachers will be more oriented and into the responsive use of AI. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I believe we should conclude now due to the time restraints we have. But I can proudly say that this was a very effective and productive discussion. We talked about various things. We talked about the role of AI, the ethical, moral concerns it brings forward. We talked about the uses, about the, unbound or the boundless possibilities AI brings in our lives, into the classrooms, into our universities and colleges. We also shared a lot of concerns regarding how it is used, how it can be improved. But I think the conclusion we can, if we have to conclude the entire discussion in a sentence, is like as teachers, we should provide the students with wisdom. Let AI provide them with knowledge. Let us provide them with wisdom. Let us teach them to balance innovation with introspection, automation with empathy, and efficiency with ethical responsibility. And in this post-human world, we cannot escape the reality that human beings and AI will interact. And it is our duty as teachers, as policymakers, as leaders, and you students as future leaders to ensure that you do not become slaves of machinery, of technology. It should be used with introspection, with responsibility, with accountability. And I believe with this we can conclude this discussion. I would like to thank each and every member of this panel for sharing their insights, for sharing their experiences, and enriching this audience with new insights. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Himicon 2026, International Multidisciplinary Conference jointly organized by HM College of Science and Technology, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad College of Social Science, Manjeri, in collaboration with Jamia Nadhuya Edavanna, West Visya State University, Philippines, and Tribhuvan University, Nepal. We are extremely thankful to Mr. Donny Manoj for his words. Your words have been great. I'm sorry, I'm a little. Your words have been great insight to the evolving landscape of educational ecosystem. And on behalf of Himicon, we thank you. Sorry for the delay. Soon we'll be connecting digitally with our educated luminaries from the abroad.
Now, we will be connecting digitally with our educated luminaries from abroad. From the bustling heart of maritime Southeast Asia, Indonesia, we have Dr. Suharti, Senior Lecturer, Universitas Negeri Surabaya, to join with us to enlighten. Over to you, ma'am.
approach utilizes local culturalism as the foundation bedrock for modern education. Our goal is to teach values that codes cannot replicate: empathy, patience, and social responsibility. By connecting abstract concepts to the student's own heritage, such as the localism from my home in Cirebon, West Java, Indonesia, we give them a solid
Hello, doctor. Excuse me. Hello, doctor. Dr. Suharti. Hello. Hello, ma'am. Hello. Hello, doctor. Sound is not, you are not audible. Can you increase your volume? Can you increase your volume of your system? You are not so audible. Can you increase the volume of your system? Can you increase the volume of your device? You are not audible properly. Hello, ma'am. Do you use any headphone? Headphone or normal?
Yes, I use headphones.
Can you remove that? Can you remove devices? Can you speak to the laptop? Yeah, now you are. Yeah. Can you speak up?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Can
This is better.
presentation? Can I continue my presentation, Dr. Samir? Hello? The Sunan Gunung Jati, this teaching established the dualistic framework of moral conduct. Spiritual devotion, symbolized by the tajuk or mosque, emphasizing the human connection to the divine. And the second, the social responsibility, symbolized by the fakir miskin or the poor, emphasizing the obligation to care for marginalized. In the context of modern education and ethnopedagogy, Sunan Gunung Jati's wisdom serves a moral anchor, prioritizing human welfare and care over mere efficiency or metric-based optimization. Enrichment to the moral compass in the age of algorithm is ethnostic. Now, I must address a common misconception in education. Some might think that looking back at ethnopedagogy is regressive or anti-modern. On the contrary, ancestral wisdom is not anti-science, it is in fact ethical engineering. We propose an educational approach called ethno-STEM: science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics rooted in local culture. When I teach batik, we are not just teaching a craft, we are teaching geometry, fractals, and complex mathematical patterns. When we study a traditional architecture and temples, we are studying advanced structural engineering and physics. When we are analyzing wayang, we are observing the machine light, shadow, and movement. By integrating this example into our curriculum, we show students that science is not something foreign, important from the West. It is embedded in their own heritage. This validates their culture while preparing them for a scientific future. And the summary is finding the balance. So where does this leave us? We arrive the necessary synthesis. We do not reject the future. We acknowledge that technology and algorithm play crucial role. They make life easier, they provide speed, and they offer binary logic. However, we must balance with ethnopedagogy and culture because these are the forces that might live meaningful, provide direction, and offer human values. Think of it this way: the algorithm provides the engine, the speed, and the power, but culture provides the steering wheel, the moral compass that tells us where to go. We need both. We need the speed of the machine, guided by the wisdom of the human spirit. In conclusion, let us build the future where we use algorithm to serve humanity, not to replace the wisdom of our ancestors. And before I end, I would like to acknowledge the brilliant mind sharing this virtual forum with me. It is an honor to speak alongside my distinguished colleagues and the committee. Even though we are physically apart, our shared commitment to education brings us together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your insights and wisdom. We are extremely sorry for the inconvenience caused. The delay was caused due to the unpredictable technical issues from our presentator side. So, ma'am, thank you. Thank you so much for your insights and wisdom on behalf of Himicon.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
reaching beyond boundaries, we are moving to the next keynote address. With us, we have great educator with over 1.5 years of teaching experience and a number of publications to his credit. With us, we have Dr. Nurul Mohammad Zayed, Associate Professor of Daffodils International University, Bangladesh. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I hope I'm audible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, good afternoon to you all. And I'm delighted to be here with you all, the distinguished guests, conference presenters, students, learners, and educators from all around the world. I would like to show my gratitude to the organizers for inviting me to give my keynote speech. And I can assure you that I will not take that much time because I can understand that a lot of presenters are waiting to share their ideas, their innovation, to contribute into the academia and industry. So let us just share my screen. So today I would like to talk about something on the industrial revolution from the Asian perspective and the impact of Industrial Revolution 4, because we are actually already going through Industrial Revolution 4. And the objective would be to build the high income society and hence the country. Now, as we all know that Industrial Revolution 4 is trending us towards the automation and data exchange in manufacturing technologies to process the cognitive computing and cloud computing. And we are in the era of data science. So we need to understand Society 5 as well. Now, Society 5 balances the best interest of the society as a whole, which involves the resolution of social issues, with the best interest of individuals, which is the indication of a human-centered system. Now, whenever we talk about Industrial Revolution 4, education, to build the society, to build the nation, we must focus on the human resources, how we can build and make our human resources skillful. This is the key concern. Now, with this concern, we need to ensure digitalization. Now, Industrial Revolution 4 is all about digitalization, and that needs to be established not from only to the individual point of view, but also from the organizational point of view. Each and every organizations, even the education institutions, they are also trying to become digitalized all the way. And we are trying to automate all of our technologies, even teaching and learning. And the advantage of automation, we just observed during the COVID, that how the automation helped us to continue our education, learning, teaching, and research, and of course the business. Now, let us just focus on the impact of Industrial Revolution 4 on the community as a whole. Now, this is actually a promise of delivering actual value, which is necessary based on currently available data processing capabilities and algorithms. Data science is the key issue here. Now, today, we are actually in the era of knowledge, wisdom, and research. we need to develop and come out with new ideas, innovation through research. So this is one of the key issues of Industrial Revolution 4, apart from culture, customs, moral codes, legal and financial conditions. Both the developed and underdeveloped countries will have significant hurdles, definitely in dealing with technology. And that's why we are actually focusing on automation, digitalization, so that we can lower the issues and danger to become a poor country. Now, how we can capitalize these economic opportunities in the era of Industrial Revolution 4? As we know, it offers exciting opportunities for Asian manufacturers and small medium enterprises to create new business models and integrate them into global value chains. However, benefiting from Industry 4 requires overcoming of obstacles. So this is one of the major opportunities. Now, how we can follow few strategies to ensure digitalization and automation in each sectors. Now, organizations that have comprehensive and holistic Industry 4 strategies are also growing more financially and making more progress investing in technologies that have a positive societal impact. So societal impact is one of the major issues. And also, strategies like revenue growth and other relevant, like developing few broader strategies might also help. And finally, those with comprehensive strategies are more confident about their abilities and their futures. Only 27% of those could be expressed with confidence. Now, in conclusion, I would like to say that the advances of merging physical and digital world would create a potential perilous battle. The speed, breadth and depth of this revolution are forcing us to rethink how countries develop, how organizations create value, and even what it means to be human. Now, there could be few recommendations to overcome these hurdles. We need to create leadership. Leadership is the key here. All we educators, we know that empowering these leaders could influence the Industrial Revolution 4 and also the investment. And of course, updating business models could be a great help. So with these few words, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity and hearing from me with patience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. We are extremely grateful to our distinguished speakers for making this session fruitful. I hope today's discussion encouraged reflection, critical thinking, and forward-looking strategies for sustainable and inclusive higher education. Once again, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
This marks the end of our forenoon session. We shall resume at 2 p.m. for the valedictory session. Thank you all.
One and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, eminent scholars, academicians, researchers, international delegates, students, and distinguished guests. It is indeed a moment of pride and fulfillment to welcome you all to the valedictory function of Himicon, the international conference jointly organized by HM College of Science and Technology, Maulana Abul Edwana, West Visaya State University, Philippines, and Tribhuvan University, Nepal.
Over the course of this conference, Himicon has become more than a scholarly gathering. It has become a meeting point of minds exploring the profound theme, automation and humanity in transition, policies, practices, prospects, and future directions towards a better world order. In an age where algorithms think, machines learn, and classrooms transcend walls, Himicon reminds us of a crucial truth. Technology may change the world, but it is education that decides how that change is used.
To set the tone for this validatory session, I cordially invite Mr. Suhaib P., Principal, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad College, Manjeri, to deliver the welcome address. Sir, kindly take the stage.
Good afternoon all. My name is Suhaib. It is very my privilege to welcome one and all to the Himicon International Conference 2026. And this conference, now we are in the validity session that has been started yesterday. This session, automation and humanity in transition, policies, practices, and towards a better world order. It's my privilege to welcome one and all, and this conference is jointly organized by HM College of Science and Technology, Manjeri, and Maulana Abul Kalam Azad College of Social Sciences, Manjeri, in collaboration with Tribhuvan University, Nepal, a Central University in Nepal, and West Visaya State University, Philippines. I extend a warm and respectful welcome to Deepa Madam, Principal of HM College of Science and Technology, to this August gathering. I am especially honored to welcome Sri P.K. Abdurrab, former Minister for Education, Government of Kerala, who is joining online to inaugurate this validatory session. Our institution has consistently benefited from his guidance and support, and it is indeed a great honor and to welcome him on behalf of Himicon International Conference Committee. Today's program features a special address by Sri Advocate P.K. Kelimuddin Sir, Syndicate Member, University of Calicut, and he's a goodwill and one of the key mentor for our institution and management. So I welcome him all also. We are honored to welcome Sri Kunjumoiduddin Master, Secretary, HMY Sangam, and Manager for HM College of Science and Technology, Manjeri, and Maulana Abul Kalam Azad College of Social Sciences. I also welcome Sri A. Muhammad Ali, President of HMY Sangam, Manjeri. And I also welcome M. Abdul Nasser, Joint Secretary, HMI Sangam, and Councillor to Manjeri Municipality. We are privileged to have with us on dais distinguished academicians and international delegates, including Dr. Surya Sidigal, Student Welfare Chief, Tribhuvan University, Nepal, Dr. Lograj Rajmi, Head Department of English, Tribhuvan University, Nepal, and Dr. Shivaram Pandey, Associate Professor, Tribhuvan University, Nepal, and we also have Professor Azimul Islam, Head of Center for Interdisciplinary Research from Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. And we have Dr. Samir Babu Sir, the Associate Professor also and Chief Advisor to the International Conference and our mentor for this conference. And I also welcome Professor Sulemi, Toyib Sulemi, Retired Principal, Arigod Sulam Salam Sansan College. And we also welcome our Director, Asim sir to this conference. And we also have Ashik sir and Dhoni sir from Jamia Nadiviya Adwana Training College. Last not but least, Dr. Vasil K, Chief Advisor of HM College of Science and Technology and former Principal, Jamia Nadiviya Adwana Training College. And I also welcome colleagues, staffs from Makkah College, Manjeri, and distinguished guests on this stage. And this conference resolution will be presented by Ms. Shabana Madam, IQC Coordinator and one of the organizing secretary to this conference. And I also welcome Sushant Sir, Organizing Secretary, Dr. Shibu Sir, Organizing Secretary, and Ajay John Sir, Organizing Secretary, and vote of thanks from Anwar Hussain Sir, SM College Vice Principal. Now I warmly welcome Principal Deepa Madam to this for presidential address. Miss, please.
Forward, it is customary for such significant session to be guided by the wisdom of a presiding officer. We are honored to have with us an individual of high administrative and academic caliber. It is my humble privilege to invite Ms. Deepa K.S., Principal of HM College, Manjeri, to assume the chair and deliver the presidential address. Ma'am, the podium is yours.
Thank you. A very good afternoon to all of you. This is the valedictory session of our conference. Esteemed guests, respected manager of our institution, management committee members, delegates, colleagues, and my dear students. This is the valedictory session of our conference. I am very happy to be here, and it is my privilege to deliver the presidential address of the closing ceremony of our conference. The subject is automation, humanity and transition, policies, practices, prospects and future directions towards a better world order. And then for the past 2 days, we are very happy here and we have witnessed a remarkable exchange of ideas, research findings and innovative perspectives from scholars and practitioners across the globe. This conference has provided a vibrant platform for interdisciplinary dialogues, fostering collaborations and opening the new avenues for a future endeavor. It has been inspiring to us see a positive energy everywhere at the beginning of our conference, from the beginning always. And here from the faculty, from the ground floor, he reaches to the top floor, and there the communications happening everywhere. From the nook and corner of all our institutions, there is a positive energy. The transition, we see that transition in all of these for the past 2 months. Then actually vote of thanks is not my duty, but I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest of honor, keynote speakers, session chairs, presenters and participants for their valuable presence and contributions here. And then to our organizing committee, the members, all the committee members, sponsors, volunteers and technical team for their tireless effort in making this event a grand success. Then I wish that let us carry forward the momentum generated here and translate these insights to a meaningful action to a better world order. I wish that for the coming years we could organize this type of conference session to a better, and I know that this is a better session for us. Once again I congratulate all the committee members, faculty, students and entire team of HM College, Manjeri and Makkah College, and thanks for the valuable presence of yours, all the members. Thank you once again. Have a nice event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for those inspiring words. Ladies and gentlemen, we now arrive at the highlight of this valedictory section. We are sincerely privileged to have the blessing and guidance of a statesman who has played a pivotal role in shaping the educational landscape of our state. Although he could not be present with us physically today, his commitment to the cause of education bridges all distances. It is with great honor that I present the inaugural address delivered through a virtual note by the Honorable former Minister for Education, Kerala, Shri P.K. Abdurrab. I request the technical team to please project the address. Let us listen with a rapt attention.
മഞ്ചേരി യത്തീംഖാന സംഘത്തിൻ്റെ കീഴിൽ HM കോളേജ് ഓഫ് സയൻസ് ആൻഡ് ടെക്നോളജിയും പ്രിയമുള്ളവരെ, മഞ്ചേരി യത്തീംഖാന സംഘത്തിൻ്റെ കീഴിലുള്ള HM കോളേജ് ഓഫ് സയൻസ് ആൻഡ് ടെക്നോളജിയും മൗലാന അബ്ദുൽ കലാം ആസാദ് കോളേജ് ഓഫ് സയൻസ് സോഷ്യൽ സയൻസും സംയുക്തമായി 2 ദിവസങ്ങളിലായി ഫിലിപ്പീൻസിലെ വെസ്റ്റ് വിസായസ് സർവകലാശാല, നേപ്പാളിലെ ത്രിഭുവൻ സർവകലാശാല, ഇടവണ്ണ ജാമിയ നദ്വിയ തുടങ്ങിയ സ്ഥാപനങ്ങളുടെ സഹകരണത്തോടെ സംഘടിപ്പിച്ച ഹിമിക്കോൺ ഇൻ്റർനാഷണൽ കോൺഫറൻസിൻ്റെ സമാപന ചടങ്ങിലാണ് നമ്മളിവിടെ ഒരുമിച്ച് കൂടിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഈ ചടങ്ങിൽ നേരിട്ട് സംബന്ധിക്കണമെന്ന് ആഗ്രഹമുണ്ടായിരുന്നെങ്കിലും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ചില കാരണങ്ങളാൽ എനിക്ക് എത്തിച്ചേരാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞില്ല. ഈ ചടങ്ങിൽ നേപ്പാളിൽ നിന്നും അതിഥികളായി എത്തിയിട്ടുള്ള ഡോക്ടർ സൂര്യ സിഗ്ദൽ, ഡോക്ടർ ലോക് രാജ് രഗ്മി, ഡോക്ടർ ശിവറാം പാണ്ഡെ തുടങ്ങിയവരും ഡൽഹി ജാമിയ മില്ലിയ സർവകലാശാലയിൽ നിന്നും വന്നിട്ടുള്ള പ്രൊഫസർ അസീമുൽ ഇസ്ലാം, ഡോക്ടർ സമീർ ബാബു, അതുപോലെ വിവിധ സർവകലാശാലകളിൽ നിന്ന് ഓൺലൈൻ ആയും ഓഫ്ലൈനായും ചടങ്ങിൽ പങ്കെടുത്ത എല്ലാവരെയും അഭിനന്ദിക്കുന്നു. പരിപാടിയുടെ എല്ലാ മേൽനോട്ടവും വഹിച്ച സ്ഥാപനത്തിൻ്റെ മാനേജർ പി കുഞ്ഞിമൊയ്തീൻകുട്ടി മാസ്റ്റർ, സംഘം പ്രസിഡന്റ് മുഹമ്മദ് അലി, കോർഡിനേറ്റർ പി അബ്ദുൽ നാസർ, പ്രോഗ്രാമിൻ്റെ ജനറൽ കൺവീനർ മുഹമ്മദ് അസീം, HM കോളേജ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ ദീപ, മൗലാന അബ്ദുൽ കലാം ആസാദ് കോളേജ് ഓഫ് സയൻസ് സോഷ്യൽ സയൻസ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ സുഹൈർ, ഡോക്ടർ വസീൽ, ഡോക്ടർ ഷഫീർ തുടങ്ങിയ എല്ലാവരെയും കാലിക പ്രസക്തിയുള്ള വിഷയം തിരഞ്ഞെടുത്തതിൽ ഓർഗനൈസിംഗ് ടീമിനെയും അഭിനന്ദിക്കുന്നു. ഈ പരിപാടിയുടെ നടത്തിപ്പിന് അഹോരാത്രം പ്രയത്നിച്ച NSS, മറ്റ് വളണ്ടിയേഴ്സ് എല്ലാവരെയും അഭിനയിക്കുന്നതോടൊപ്പം ഈ സമാപന ചടങ്ങിൻ്റെ ഔപചാരികമായ ഉദ്ഘാടനം ഓൺലൈനിൽ നിർവഹിച്ചതായി പ്രഖ്യാപിക്കുന്നു. നന്ദി. ജയ് ഹിന്ദ്.
We convey our sincere gratitude to Sri P.K. Abdurrab for that inspiring message. His words, even when conveyed virtually, carry the weight of experience and vision, reminding us of the transformative power of education. With all your permission, we consider it our duty to brief the inspiring message from our Honorable Minister for our international and national delegates. Over to the translation.
In his valedictory, congratulated HM College of Science and Technology and Maulana Abul Kalam Azad College for the successful conduct of the 2-day Himicon International Conference. He emphasized the importance of the collaboration between the host institutions and their international partners from the Philippines, Nepal, and Jamia Nadwiya. While expressing regret for his physical absence, he formally welcomed the international delegate Delhi. He commended the leadership team, including manager and president, for their oversight and specifically praised the organizing committee for selecting a theme of contemporary relevance. The speaker concluded by acknowledging the tireless effort of the NSS volunteers and administrative staff before formally declaring valedictory ceremony inaugurated. So I hope the message has been properly conveyed. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the growth of any educational institution is rooted in the strength of its management. We are fortunate to be guided by leaders who provide unwavering support to our academic endeavors. It's my honor to invite Shri Kunyi Moideen Kutti, the respected manager and secretary of HMY Sangam, Manjeri, to deliver a special address. Sir, we welcome you. Extremely sorry for the inconvenience. We are moving to the felicitation session. To commence this segment, it is my distinct privilege to invite a seasoned academician who has dedicated years to the service of education. I am respectfully inviting Mr. Muhammad Toyib Sulami, the distinguished former principal of Sulamus Salam Arabic College, Arikod, to offer his greetings and share his valuable thoughts. Sir, the floor is yours.
രാജ്യ തലസ്ഥാനത്ത് നിന്നും നേപ്പാളിൽ നിന്നും ഇതര പ്രദേശങ്ങളിൽ നിന്നുമൊക്കെയായി ഈ മഹത്തായ 2 ദിവസത്തെ കോൺഫറൻസിനെ ധന്യമാക്കാൻ എത്തിയിട്ടുള്ള അതിപ്രഗത്ഭരായിട്ടുള്ള അക്കാഡമിഷ്യൻസ്, സ്റ്റേജിലും സദസ്സിലുമുള്ള ഈ സ്ഥാപനത്തിൻ്റെയും അനുബന്ധ സ്ഥാപനങ്ങളുടെയും ഭാരവാഹികളും മേധാവികളുമായിട്ടുള്ള ബഹുമാന്യരെ, വളരെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളെ, വിദ്യാർത്ഥിനികളെ, ഏറെ അഭിമാനത്തോടും സന്തോഷത്തോടും കൂടിയാണ് ഈ ഒരു വേദിയിൽ ഈ ആശംസാ സംസാരത്തിനായി നിൽക്കുന്നത്. നമ്മുടെ മാനവികതയും മനുഷ്യൻ കെട്ടിപ്പടുത്ത സംവിധാനങ്ങളും എല്ലാം കൂടെ ഒരു നവലോക ക്രമത്തിന് എന്തുമാത്രം സംഭാവനകൾ അർപ്പിക്കുന്നു, ഇനി എന്തെല്ലാമാണ് ഈ ആധുനിക കാലത്ത് നമ്മുടെ പരിഗണനയിലും ശ്രദ്ധയിലും ഉണ്ടാവേണ്ടത് എന്നതിനാസ്പദമാക്കിക്കൊണ്ടുള്ള വളരെ വിദഗ്ധമായ അക്കാദമിക തലത്തിലുള്ള ചർച്ചകളാണ് ഇവിടെ നടന്നത് എന്ന് ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നു. AI യുഗത്തിലായിരുന്നാലും ശരി, മനുഷ്യൻ്റെ ധിഷണയും അവൻ്റെ കഴിവുകളും എന്നും പ്രസക്തമാണ് എന്നും മനുഷ്യൻ സംവിധാനിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള എന്തെല്ലാം സംഗതികളും കണ്ടുപിടുത്തങ്ങളും സംവിധാനങ്ങളുമുണ്ടെങ്കിലും അതിനെ കൃത്യമായ ഒരു ദിശയിൽ വളരെ കൃത്യമായൊരു വീക്ഷണത്തോടു കൂടി ഉപയോഗിക്കുമ്പോഴാണ് അതിൻ്റെ ഗുണഫലങ്ങൾ നമുക്ക് ലഭ്യമാവുക എന്നും പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് പറയേണ്ടതില്ല. ഞാൻ വാക്കുകൾ നീട്ടുകയല്ല. ഈ സ്ഥാപനത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു പരിപാടിയിൽ സംബന്ധിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ HM കോളേജിൻ്റെയും അതേപോലെ തന്നെ മൗലാന ആസാദ് കോളേജിൻ്റെയും ഇതര HM സ്ഥാപനങ്ങളുടെ എല്ലാം മാതൃസ്ഥാപനമായിട്ടുള്ള മഞ്ചേരി ഹിദായത്തുൽ മുസ്ലിമീൻ യതീംഖാനയുടെ പ്രാരംഭകാലത്ത് അവിടെ ഒരു വിദ്യാർത്ഥിയായി പഠനം തുടങ്ങാൻ അവസരം കിട്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള, മഞ്ചേരി യതീംഖാന ഹൈസ്കൂൾ വരുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് തന്നെ യതീംഖാനയിൽ നിന്ന് ഹൈസ്കൂൾ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം പൂർത്തിയാക്കി മഞ്ചേരി യതീംഖാനയിൽ ആദ്യത്തെ SSLC-ക്കാരൻ എന്ന സ്ഥാനം കൈവരിക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള എന്നെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം ഇതൊരു ചാരിതാർത്ഥ്യത്തിൻ്റെ നിമിഷമാണ് എന്നറിയിക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുകയാണ്. 1976 കൃത്യം 50 വർഷം മുമ്പ് ആണ് മഞ്ചേരി യതീംഖാനയിൽ നിന്ന് SSLC കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഇവിടെ സൂചിപ്പിക്കപ്പെട്ട സുല്ലം അറബിക് കോളേജിൽ വിദ്യാർത്ഥിയായി ഞാൻ ചേരുന്നത്. ആ കോളേജിൽ പഠിക്കുകയും പിന്നീട് അവിടെ അധ്യാപകനാവുകയും പ്രിൻസിപ്പലാവുകയും ഒക്കെ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. റിട്ടയർമെൻറ്റും കഴിഞ്ഞതാണ്. എങ്കിൽ പോലും അവരുടെ ആവശ്യപ്രകാരം ഇപ്പോഴും അവിടെ ക്ലാസ് എടുത്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. യുവ അധ്യാപകർക്ക് സഹായം നൽകി വരുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇവിടെ ഈ കാര്യങ്ങൾ അനുസ്മരിക്കുമ്പോൾ അഭിമാനമുണ്ട് എന്ന് പറയാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇതിനെല്ലാം ബിജാവാപ്പ് നൽകിയിട്ടുള്ളത് ഒരുപക്ഷേ മുടങ്ങിപ്പോകുമായിരുന്ന സ്കൂൾ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം എനിക്ക് ലഭ്യമാക്കി തന്നത് ഇതിൻ്റെ പൂർവ്വസ്ഥാപനമായതുകൊണ്ടാണ്. ഇത്രയും പറഞ്ഞത് കൂടുതൽ നീട്ടിപ്പറയുന്നില്ല. വളരെ പ്രഗത്ഭരായ ആളുകൾ പിന്നാലെ വരാനുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് വാക്കുകൾ ചുരുക്കുന്നു. ഈ കോൺഫറൻസിന് എല്ലാവിധ ഭാവുകങ്ങളും അർപ്പിക്കുന്നു. ജയ് ഹിന്ദ്.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words and for your continued support. Moving on, we are equally honored to host a distinguished scholar from the university level. May I respectfully invite Professor Dr. Raju, retired professor of University of Kerala, who is also a visiting professor at our esteemed institution, who continues to guide and support our students relentlessly, to grace the podium and offer his felicitation. Sir, the podium is yours.
Respected delegates, distinguished guests, my dear scholars, colleagues and students. We have been attending 2 days program the International Conference on Artificial Intelligence. Actually, I am very much honored and privileged to be here to deliver this valedictory felicitation address. The past 2 days, we had hot discussions about how this humanity is changed as a result of this digital application. In the morning, I was here to participate in a panel discussion, but unfortunately, I was assigned with some other activities, some other responsibilities. I couldn't reflect on the discussion. With regard to that panel discussion, the title was Reimagining. I think it is rethinking. It is not how we teach. It is about why do we teach? For whom we have to teach? That was my idea in my mind. Here we have to think about reimagining, that means think about how to change the scenario in the modern digital world. The major aspect we have to focus on is the students, then the teachers, then the colleges and the universities. These three areas we have to bring about some sort of changes, then only we can expect a fruitful transition. It's a transition in humanity. That means it is not a technological transition. It is all about a psychological transition. We have to change our thoughts. We have to change our ideas. And we have to change our perceptions to suit to the present technical age. Then only we can be successful in our endeavor. Actually, the topic was a globally relevant and as well as locally important. If guided by wisdom, ethics and empathy, technology can be a powerful ally in shaping more inclusive, resilient and enlightened future of education. Then the transition brings about certain psychological outcomes, both positive and negative. Positive outcome we can see in the application of modern technology, even in controlling traffic. In the railway, we can see a signaling. In the metro, in the healthcare scenario, in education also, we can see the influence of this modern technology. Actually, this has certain drawbacks. That means certain shortcomings. Any scientific endeavor brings out with both positives and negatives, strengths and weaknesses. Here also we have certain weaknesses, but we can overcome these weaknesses through a fruitful intellectual interaction with the machines. The most important drawback is emotional distancing. As a result of this technological advancement, we are mostly isolated. We are isolated. We are disconnected actually. We do not have any interaction with our fellow beings. We keep away from them, secluded in our own private world. That's a very pathetic situation. That is emotional distancing. Then there comes technological anxiety. As a result of this technological advancement, even though we hail these developments, we all fear about certain aspects like loss of job, loss of identity, lack of self-esteem. Such psychological problems also can be resulted. But as I told you earlier, we can overcome this problem through the wise application. That means through fruitful partnership between technological advancement and moral responsibility. May the conference stand as a milestone in our collective journey toward a future where automation truly serves humanity. Actually, I admire, appreciate the organizers of this program because bringing together voices across nations and disciplines is not a simple task. I extend heartfelt appreciation to the keynote speakers, paper presenters and participants. Thank you all for your presence, participation and shared commitment to shape a more human, equitable world. Let us remember, automation is the engine, but humanity must always remain the navigator. The better world order we seek is one where technology does not create a digital divide, but a digital bridge. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your wisdom and insights. We have now arrived at a moment of profound gratitude. The success of the Himicon International Conference is deeply indebted to the intellectual titans who have traversed vast distances to share their expertise with us. Their presence has not only elevated the academic stature of this event, but has also fostered bonds of fraternity across borders and institutions. To honor these esteemed scholars with a token of our reverence, we respectfully invite our Honorable Manager, Sri V. Kunnimoideen Kutti, with all respect, to present the awards to the delegates. So please.
We begin by honoring our distinguished guests from our neighboring nation representing the academic heritage of the Himalayas. Tribhuvan University, Nepal. The participation symbolizes the strength of our transactional academic partnership.
It is our distinct privilege to honor Dr. Surya Sigdal, the esteemed Chief of Student Welfare at Mahendra Ratna Campus, Tribhuvan University. Sir, your leadership and commitment to student development are exemplary. We request you to accept this memento from our Honorable Manager. So please.
Next, we recognize a scholar of letters and language. We invite Dr. Lograj Regmi, the head of the Department of English at Mahendra Ratna Campus, Tribhuvan University. Sir, we are deeply grateful for your scholarly contributions to this conference. We request you to accept our token of gratitude and love from our esteemed manager, V. Kunnimoideen Kutti.
Completing our distinguished delegation from Nepal, we honor Dr. Shivram Pandey, Associate Professor at GAMC, Tribhuvan University, Kathmandu. Sir, thank you for gracing this occasion with your august presence.
We now turn our appreciation to the eminent scholars joining us from the nation's capital, representing one of India's premier centers of learning, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. We are honored to recognize the presence of Professor Asimul Islam from the Center of Interdisciplinary Research in Basic Sciences. Sir, your insights into scientific inquiry have added immense depth to our deliberations. We request you to accept our token of high regard.
Finally, we express our sincere appreciation to Dr. Sami Babu, Associate Professor in the Department of Educational Studies, Jamia Millia Islamia. Sir, your pedagogical perspectives have been truly enriching for us all. We invite you to receive this memento from our Honorable Manager, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request a resounding round of applause for these distinguished luminaries. Their wisdom has been the guiding light of this conference, and we remain ever grateful for their association with HM College and Makha College. Thank you. Thank you all once again. We now move to the recognition of excellence. The heart of the Himicon International Conference has been its technical sessions. Over the course of this evening, we have witnessed a remarkable display of intellectual curiosity, rigorous methodology, and groundbreaking findings. Scholars and researchers from various institutions have presented papers that challenge existing paradigms and offer new perspectives. Our distinguished chairs and co-chairs has had the formidable task of evaluating these presentations based on originality, depth of research, and clarity of delivery. After careful deliberation, we are ready to announce the winners. To present the Best Research Paper Presentation Awards, I respectfully invite our distinguished guests to do the honors. Thank you.
The first session, session 1, the best paper is awarded to Shibli Muhammad Keti for the topic Human Consciousness and Delegated Agency, reading Hassan Kanafani's Returning to Haifa in the Age of AI. The award would be presented by our distinguished chair, Dr. Asimul Islam. So please.
For session 2, the jury has selected 2 winners for their exceptional work. The award goes to Ms. Anchita Mary CJ and Ms. Bhavana KV. The award will be provided by Dr. Lograj Jagmi to Ms. Anchita Mary CJ. We invite Dr. Lograj Jagmi to hand over the award to Ms. Anchita Mary CJ. Next, we invite our Honorable Delegate, Dr. Surya Sigdal, to present the award to Ms. Bhavana KV. Please step forward to receive your award.
Moving towards the award for session 3, the Best Paper Award is conferred upon Twaliba KP on the topic A Machine Learning Framework for Air Quality Prediction, Classical Model versus Ensemble Techniques. The award would be provided by Shivaram Pandey. So please.
Finally, for session 4, the best presentation award goes to Miss Lamia Tershage, Assistant Professor of Physics, HM College, Manjeri. Congratulations, ma'am. Award will be presented by Dr. Sami Babu. So please. We extend our heartiest congratulations to the winners, to all the researchers who have presented papers at this conference. Your work is the fuel that drives academic progress. We thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. Let us give one more round of applause for our scholars. Thank you.
Now is the proudest moment for this institution. Today, we honor the brilliant minds from HM College, Manjeri, who have secured ranks in the Calicut University examination. Their hard work has brought glory not just to themselves, but to this entire institution. To present these prestigious awards, I humbly request our distinguished guests on the dais to kindly step forward. We begin by celebrating a journey defined by absolute dedication and brilliance. Excellence is not an act, but a habit, and she has embodied this beautifully. Reaching the very pinnacle of success, she has secured the first rank at University of Calicut in BSc Information Technology. It is with immense joy that we invite Ms. Leah Fatima to accept this token of our profound admiration. I request Dr. Raju to present her with the memento.
Congratulations, Ms. Leah Fatima. In the pursuit of wisdom, some shine with a distinct and steady light. We are honored to celebrate the academic grace of a student who has distinguished herself through sheer merit. We proudly congratulate Ms. Haneen, the second rank holder under the University of Calicut in BSc Zoology. We invite her to the stage to receive this well-deserved accolade. I invite Mr. Muhammad Toyib Sulami to present her with the award. So please.
Success is the beautiful reward of consistency and sincere effort. We turn our appreciation now to Mr. Mahir, who have carved a niche from himself with the commendable academic achievement. As a 7th rank holder under the University of Calicut in BSc Information Technology, we invite him to step forward and accept his honor. And we invite President HMY Sangam, Shri A. Muhammad Ali alias Ippu sir, to give the award. So please.
Finally, we are honored to recognize outstanding potential and scholarly aptitude. It gives us great pleasure to announce our University Merit Scholarship Awardee from the Department of BSc Zoology. May I invite Mr. Muhammad Irfan K to step forward and accept the scholarship certificate from our beloved principal. Ma'am, please. Let's give him a big round of applause. Irfan. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Himicon, the international conference jointly organized by HM College of Science and Technology and Maulana Abul Kalam Azad College, Manjeri, in collaboration with Jamia Nazariya Edawanna, West Visaya State University, Philippines, and Tribhuvan University, Nepal. Thank you.
We are heading towards the key outcome of this conference. In the rapidly evolving landscape of higher education, the spirit of isolation is being replaced by the power of collaboration. Today, we're signing an MOU between HM College of Science and Technology and Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad College of Social Sciences with Tribhuvan University, Nepal. This MOU signifies a commitment to mutual growth, faculty exchange, and providing our interns with a global platform for research and innovation. To set the stage for this partnership, I would like to invite the principal of HM College and the principal of Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad College to exchange the mementos of our token of love and respect with the delegates of Tribhuvan University. I request the delegates to please step up. Sir, ma'am, please.
Thank you all. Thank you once again. Please be seated. Distinguished delegates, we now arrive at a pivotal moment in our proceedings, the crystallization of our 2 days of intense deliberation. A conference is defined not just by the discussion held, but by the tangible outcomes and the roadmap we establish for the future. To articulate the collective resolve of this assembly and to formally present the conference resolution, I invite a key pillar of this event's organization. It's my privilege to invite Ms. Shabanayam, representing the organizing committee and serving as the IQAC coordinator of HM College, Manjeri, to the podium. Ma'am, we invite you to the present resolution. Please.
Honorable Chief Guest, esteemed chairpersons, distinguished delegates, faculties, and students, a very good afternoon. With God's grace, we have had a truly productive 2-day session full of thought-provoking discussions on theme, automation and humanity in transition, policies, practices, prospects, and future directions towards a better world order. It has been a privilege to witness such an intense collaboration. As we approach the end of the event, we have reached a critical consensus to carry our efforts toward. Therefore, it's my honor on behalf of organizing committee to present the following resolution for adoption. The conference, International Multidisciplinary Conference, Himicon, centered on the theme, automation and humanity in transition, policies, practices, prospects, and future directions towards a better world order, was successfully convened on January 22nd and 21st and 22nd, 2026 at the HM College of Science and Technology campus. This landmark event was organized by HM College of Science and Technology, Manjeri, and Maulana Abul Kalam Azad College of Social Sciences, Manjeri, in collaboration with West Visaya State University, Philippines, Tribhuvan University, Nepal, Jamia Nadivi Adavarna. Throughout the two-day summit, academicians, faculty members, research scholars, students, and foreign nationals engaged in rigorous academic discourse to evaluate the intersection of technological advancement and human welfare, ultimately fostering a collaborative framework for a more equitable global future. The inaugural session of Himicon was held on January 21 at HM College Auditorium. This program began at 10:30 a.m. with a prayer followed by a welcome address by Ms. Deepa K.S., Principal of HM College, Mr. Muhammad Asim P., Director of HM College and General Convener, delivered the presidential address, and the conference was inaugurated by Dr. Surya Sidgal, Tribhuvan University, Nepal. A special message of blessing from Dr. R. Bindu, Honorable Minister for Higher Education and Social Justice, Kerala, added significance to the occasion. The session was enriched by valuable messages from guests, keynote speakers, and dignitaries representing diverse disciplines. Shri V. Kunji Moidin Kutti, Manager and Secretary, HMY Sangam, emphasized AI as the pinnacle of technological advancement with vast possibilities. Professor Azimul Islam, Center for Interdisciplinary Research in Basic Sciences, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi, reflected on the impact of automation on basic sciences and education. The conference theme was presented by Dr. Sami Babu, Associate Professor, Department of Educational Studies, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. In the keynote addresses, Dr. Lograj Regmi, Head Department of English, Tribhuvan University, Nepal, cautioned against the digital divide and loss of local languages, urging responsible mastery of technology. Dr. Shivaram Pandey, Associate Professor, GAMC, Tribhuvan University, Nepal, highlighted technology as a catalyst for education and motivation. Dr. V.K. Rahmatullah, Senior Scientist, retired, Ministry of Textiles, Government of India, Bangalore, described AI as a supercharger for human development. And Dr. Diosdedek C. Labodo, Public Affairs and Linkage Officer, West Visaya State University, Philippines, stressed the importance of critical thinking in automation era. Felicitations were offered by Muhammad Ali, President, HMY Sangam, Dr. Wazil K., Academic Advisor, HM College, who highlighted the need for research to address uncertainties of automation. Dr. Sidikoya K., Principal, JNAC, Adavanna, spoke on the technological transformation of education. Mr. Najib PM, former Joint Transport Commissioner, Kerala, cautioned the technological age is both leading and misleading. And Abu Hisak, Principal, WIRAS, Kannur University, raised concerns about the future of human labor in an AI-driven world. The inaugural session included keynote presentations by Professor Azimul Islam on therapeutic agents of proteinopathy-related disorders, and Dr. V.K. Rahmatullah on generative human development AI as a supercharger. An interactive question and answer segment followed, where Dr. Sami Babu asked about AI's role in drug discovery, and Mrs. Sajna, Assistant Professor, HM College, asked about AI's impact on academics, highlighting both opportunities and the need for cautious use. The inaugural session concluded at 1 p.m. with a formal vote of thanks proposed by Ms. Shabana M. IQAC Coordinator, followed by the National Anthem, marking a successful beginning to the two-day global academic exchange. The conference noted that 9 technical sessions were conducted over 2 days, with 6 sessions on the first day and the 3 on the second day, including 5 sessions held online and 4 offline. A total of 76 research papers were presented, including 43 offline paper presentations and 33 online presentations, and the conference was attended by over 300 participants, reflecting its strong academic engagement and success. The international conference was held with 2 offline venues at HM College, Venue 1 Auditorium and Venue 2 Seminar Hall, while other sessions were conducted online. After the inaugural ceremony, the technical sessions started. Technical sessions 1 was successfully conducted in an offline format on January 21st from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Venue 1. The session was centered on the interdisciplinary themes of human identity, culture, ethics, representation, literature, cinema, and philosophy, drew an engaged audience of 50 participants and featured a total of 8 paper presentations. The proceedings were chaired by Dr. Lograj Regmi, co-chaired by Professor Asibul Islam, with moderators Kansa and Agilam, assistant professors of HM College, overseeing the flow of discussions. A significant highlight of the session was the presentation of the Best Paper Award to Literature, code number 2, Shibli Muhammad KT, a student of JNTZ Adavanna, for the paper titled Human Consciousness and Delegated Agency, reading Ghazan Kanafan is returning to Haifa in the age of artificial intelligence. Technical session 2 was successfully conducted in an offline format on January 21st from 2 p.m. to 4:20 p.m. at venue 2. The session which focused on critical contemporary themes such as social media, youth identity, mental health, trust, relationships, which drew an engaged audience of 60 participants and a total of 14 paper presentations. The proceedings were presided over by Dr. Raju S. from the Department of Psychology, HM College, with moderators Bhavana and Jasima P., assistant professors of HM College, overseeing the flow of discussions. A significant highlight of the session was the presentation of 2 Best Paper Awards in recognition of outstanding research contributions. The first award was presented to Psychology number 1, Anjita Medi CJ, a research scholar from Kerala University, for the paper titled Organizational Culture and the Development of Learned Helplessness in Academic Work Environments. The second Best Paper Award was conferred upon Psychology number 8, Bhamana KV, assistant professor at HM College, for the paper titled Quality of Life and Cognitive Emotion Regulation as Predictors of Generativity among High School Teachers. Technical session 3 was successfully conducted in an offline format on January 21st from 3:50 p.m. to 5 p.m. at venue 2. The session, which focused on the themes of AI governance, institutions, education, the future of work, autonomy, and ethics, and covered interdisciplinary areas including commerce, political science, psychology, and AI and IT, drew an engaged audience of 50 participants and featured a total of 6 paper presentations. The proceedings were chaired by Dr. Semi Babu and co-chaired by Shivram Pandey. Mrs. Vaishnavi, Department of Social Work, serving as the moderator. A significant highlight of the session was the Best Paper Award to Commerce number 10, Mrs. Twaliba KP, for the paper titled A Machine Learning Framework for Air Quality Prediction, Classical Model versus Ensemble Technique. And the paper was appreciated for its methodological rigor, comparative analysis, and relevance to environmental sustainability. The session concluded successfully with insightful remarks from the chair and co-chair, emphasizing ethical and responsible AI practices. The technical session was successfully conducted in an offline format on January 21st from 4:35 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. at venue 2, and it was focused on the themes of scientific research, environment, sustainability, and the impact of technology, and covered interdisciplinary subjects such as geography, physics, applied psychology, and sociology, drew an engaged audience, and featured a total of 5 paper presentations. The proceedings were chaired by Professor Muhammad K., retired head of Department of Physics, PSMO College, and professor at HM College, with Kanza Faisal and Mr. Agil K., assistant professors, HM College, serving as moderators. A significant highlight of session was the presentation of the Best Presentation Award, Physics Code number 5, Mrs. Lamia Dasha, assistant professor of HMC, for the best paper titled Exploring Stellar Variability Through Photometric Analysis. And it was appreciated for its scientific rigor and valuable contribution to astronomical research. The section concluded successfully with insightful observations from the chair and active engagement from the participants. Then technical session 5 was successfully conducted in an online format on 21st from 7 p.m. to 8:40 p.m. through Google Meet. It was explore the transformative role of artificial intelligence in finance, economy, policy, diplomacy, and governance, drew a focused audience of 22 participants and featured a total of 7 paper presentations. And the proceedings were chaired by Dr. Mushtaq Ahmed, assistant professor in the Department of Commerce and the director of University of Kerala Study and Research Center, Alappuzha. And Vivek Weekend Saridayas, assistant professors at HM College, serving as moderators and oversee the flow of discussions. A Best Paper Award was Commerce number 8, Ali Raza Rahmani, a PhD scholar from the Department of Public Administration at the University of Lucknow, for his paper titled From Automation to Sustainability, the Influence of AI on HRM in Public Sector Organizations. The session concluded successfully with insightful discussions and reflections on the role of AI in shaping sustainable organizational practices. Then technical section 6 was conducted in online format from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on 21st. It was focused on core themes of AI, automation, NEP 2020, pedagogy, assessment, and future learning paradigms, and covered disciplines such as education, STEM education, and policy studies. Drew an engaged audience of 20 participants and featured a total of 7 paper presentations. The proceedings were chaired by Noora Abdul Qadir, Department of Education, Aligarh Muslim University, with Mrs. Najia Nasrina and Fida, Assistant Professors of Makkah College, serving as moderators. A significant highlight, the Best Paper Presentation Award to Education, code number 9, Sanup Nambudri K, student of BSc Psychology, Honours with Research, University of Kerala, Karyavattam campus, for his paper titled Policy to Performance, a conceptual review of mandatory attendance and schedule-based academic systems. Then technical session 7 was successfully conducted in online format from 10 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. on January 22nd. It was focused on multidisciplinary theme, exploring the intersections of psychological autonomy, memory, technology, conflict, space, which drew an engaged audience of 22 participants and featured a total of 6 paper presentations. The proceedings were chaired by Dr. Jayarajan K, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Geography, Government College, Chittoor, with Rabihat and Priya, Assistant Professors, HM College, serving as moderators. Best paper, Geography, code number 3, Asmatullah Nasri, a research scholar in urban and regional planning from Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar, for his paper titled Armed Conflict, Population Displacement and Urban Expansion, Spatio-Temporal Analysis of Kabul's built-up growth from the pre-war to post-2001. It was successfully with insightful discussions and reflections and implications of urban growth and conflict on spatial planning. Then technical session 8 was successfully completed in an online format, and it included 3 subsessions, A, B, and C. It was focused on overarching theme of technology, identity, literature, culture, ethics, and digital divide, covering interdisciplinary disciplines such as education, literature, sociology, psychology, and cultural studies. Technical session A began at 11:15 a.m. It drew an engaged audience of 10 participants and featured a total of 5 paper presentations. The proceedings were chaired by Dr. Shamsuddin MK, Department of English, Agal University, with Dr. Ashik Shahjahan, Assistant Professor, Jamia Nadive Advanna, serving as co-chair, and moderated by Ashik Vadakan and Shafiq TK, Assistant Professors, HM College, Manjeri. Best Paper Award to Literature, code number 8, Leah KS, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Little Flower Institute of Social Sciences and Health, Kaidapoil, University of Calicut, for the title Between Machine and Meaning, a Postman and Ethical Reading of AI through Endiran. It was concluded successfully with meaningful academic discussions. Then session 8 was from 11:20 a.m. to 1:10 p.m. The audience of 10 participants and featured a total of 8 paper presentations and were chaired by Dr. Afifa Taqweeb, Assistant Professor, Shafi Institute of Advanced Studies, Varayu, and moderated by Swati Krishna, Assistant Professor, Makkah College, Manjeri. And Best Paper Award, Education, code number 16, Swati AB, second year B.Ed English Education student, St. Thomas College of Teacher Education, Pala, for her presentation, which contributed meaningfully to the academic discussions. It was concluded successfully with engaging presentations and interactive deliberations. Then 8C was successfully conducted from 11:30 a.m. to 12 noon and featured a total of 4 paper presentations. This session was chaired by Dr. Raju C., Department of Psychology, HM College, and the moderator was Mrs. Sujita K., Assistant Professor, Makkah College, and Mrs. Vaishnavi, HM College. The best paper goes to Psychology number 17, Savitri K., PhD scholar, and Dr. H. Shailaja, Professor and Head, Department of Psychology, University of Kerala, for their paper titled Witness Memory Under Varying Levels of Emotional Arousal, a preliminary study in an Indian sample. Then session 9 of the international conference was successfully conducted from 12:25 p.m. to 1 p.m. An audience of 20 participants and featured a total of 4 paper presentations. The proceedings were chaired by Dr. Safi KP, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, HM College, and moderated by Mrs. Rinchi, Assistant Professor, HM College. The presentations addressed key environmental issues and conservation strategies, fostering awareness, critical thinking, and interdisciplinary discussion. The session concluded successfully with meaningful academic engagement among the participants. And the second day itself, the panel discussion was successfully conducted in the auditorium of HM College from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., focusing on the theme, Reimagining Higher Education in the Age of Artificial Intelligence and Future Learning Ecosystems. The theme presentation was delivered by Mr. Dr. Donny Manoj, Dean of College Affairs, JNAZ, Edavanna, who also provided the concluding remarks at the end of the session. The session drew an audience of over 150 participants. And the panel includes various distinguished invitees like Dr. Surya Sikdal, Dr. Lograj Chekmi, Dr. Shivram Pandey, Professor Lazimul Islam, Dr. Sami Babu, Dr. Fawaz TK. The panel discussion addressed the transformative role of AI in higher education, covering its impact on curriculum, accreditation, and teaching learning practices. Speakers emphasized that while AI can enhance efficiency and access to knowledge, teachers remain central to guiding learning, ensuring ethical use, and promoting meaningful engagement. The section concluded with a Q&A segment, reinforcing that educators and learners are ultimately responsible for the responsible and effective application of AI in education. The session also featured online keynote presentations by Suhrdi, a senior lecturer, University UNESA, Indonesia, and Dr. Nurul Muhammad Zaid, Associate Professor, Daffodil International University, Dhaka, Bangladesh, who shared insights on AI integration, future learning paradigms, and higher education innovation. The panel discussion concluded successfully at 12:30 p.m., fostering meaningful dialogue among the speakers and participants and contributing to the conference's overarching objective of reimagining higher education in the era of artificial intelligence. The conference, Himicon, had successfully achieved its objective of fostering critical interdisciplinary dialogue on the evolving relationship between technology and humanity. The conference resolved that automation and AI must remain human-centered, ethically guided, and socially inclusive, with special attention to bridging the digital divide, safeguarding cultural and linguistic diversity, and strengthening critical thinking across educational research ecosystems. It was collectively acknowledged that technology should function as an enabler of human creativity, learning, and sustainable development rather than as a force of exclusion or displacement. To sum up, this resolution reflects our shared vision and commitment to explore the impact of automation and technological advancements on humanity, examines policies and practices shaping the transition, and foster interdisciplinary dialogue on creating sustainable, ethical, and inclusive pathways for a better global society. We look forward to collective action and collaboration moving forward. Thank you all for your attention and support. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The points you have outlined perfectly capture the spirit of Himicon. We formally place this resolution on record as a guiding document for our future academic endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, the magnitude of an event like Himicon is defined not just by the host, but by the strength of the hands that holds up. This conference has been a true meeting of minds, transcending borders and boundaries. We have been incredibly fortunate to organize this event in collaboration with 3 distinguished institutions who share our vision for academic excellence. As a gesture of our enduring bond, the organizers would like to present a token of love and gratitude to our partners. I respectfully request our director, Mr. Razim, to hand over our token of love to Dr. Wasil, Academic Coordinator, Jamia Nadhuviya Edavanna. I kindly request the delegate to step forward to present the awards. We acknowledge our pillar of strength close to home. We express our sincere appreciation to Jamia Nadhuviya Edavanna for their unwavering support and partnership in making this conference a reality. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Please be seated.
Amidst the formal session, we have a special treat for you. We believe that a complete conference experience engages both the intellect and senses. Now, I invite Jidin Maheshwar, student of HM College of Science and Technology, to engage us with his wonderful song.
Jiten, please.
Hello. കുഞ്ഞിക്കവിൾ മേഘമേ തുള്ളിത്തോളും വാതിനീ പഞ്ഞിച്ചുരുൾ മാനസം നുള്ളിക്കെടുത്താതിനീ വെറുമൊരു തൂവർ കൊണ്ടു മുറിയും ചെറുമുന നോക്കു കൊണ്ടു വിളരും ഒരു നേർത്ത കൈകളിൻ്റെ മുഖം വിങ്ങിപ്പിടയാതിനോ വെറുതെ ഈ നൊമ്പരമിതോ വെറുതെ വിണ്ണിനാമോ രാവിൽ പുലരാനായി പൂവിനാമോ എന്നും വിടരാനായി എഴുതാപ്പുറങ്ങളിൽ വഴിവാക്കൊരായിരം തിരയരുതേ നിൻ കരളിതളോ മൃദുലം തരളം തുടരൂ നടനം ഒന്നൂടെ തുടങ്ങാനിനി വിണ്ണെത്തിപ്പിടിക്കാമിനി ചുടിവുകളേറെ ഭംഗി പകരും അനുഭവഗാഥ ഛായമെഴുതും ഉലയാത്ത തേജസിൻ്റെ മുഖം ഈ മണ്ണിൽ നിധിയാണു
Thank you, Jatin. Our next performer is a gifted singer from HM College of Science and Technology. We humbly request Ms. Shahdia. Ms. Shahdia, over to your voices.
ആരും കാണാതിന്നുള്ളിൽ താനേ വന്നേ പൂക്കാലം പ്രേമം പോലെ മോഹം പോലെ കാണാതെത്തും പൂക്കാലം നീ എന്നിൽ ചേർന്നാലും ഞാൻ നിന്നിൽ ചേർന്നാലും അനുരാഗത്തെ നിന്റെ മണമാണെന്നേ പൂവാണ് നീ എങ്കിൽ കാർമേഘ വണ്ണായി ഇരുകാതിൽ വന്നേ ഞാൻ പ്രണയം മൂളാം കാണാതിന്നുള്ളിൽ താനേ വന്നേ പൂക്കാലം പ്രേമം പോലെ മോഹം പോലെ കാണാതെത്തും പൂക്കാലം റോസാപ്പൂ പൂക്കുന്നുവോ കവിൾ നാണത്താൽ ചോക്കുന്നുവോ നീ ഇന്നും ചാരെ നിൽക്കേ മാനസമോ മാറിപ്പൂവാകുന്നുവോ കാലങ്ങൾ മാറുന്നുവോ പുതുവസന്തം ചേരുന്നുവോ എന്നെഞ്ചിൻ മുറ്റത്താകെ നിൻമിഴികൾ മുല്ലപ്പൂവാകുന്നുവോ നൂലില്ലാതെ പട്ടം പോലെ ഉള്ളം എങ്ങോ പായുന്നേ നീയില്ലാതെ വയ്യെന്നുള്ളിൽ കൂടെ കൂടെ തോന്നുന്നേ ആരും കാണാതിന്നുള്ളിൽ താനേ വന്നേ പൂക്കാലം പ്രേമം പോലെ മോഹം പോലെ കാണാതെത്തും പൂക്കാലം നീ എന്നിൽ ചേർന്നാലും ഞാൻ നിന്നിൽ ചേർന്നാലും അനുരാഗത്തെ നിന്റെ മണമാണെന്നേ പൂവാണ് നീ എങ്കിൽ കാർമേഘ വണ്ടായി ഇരുകാതിൽ വന്നേ ഞാൻ പ്രണയം മൂളാം ആരും കാണാതിന്നുള്ളിൽ താനേ വന്നേ പൂക്കാലം പ്രേമം പോലെ മോഹം പോലെ കാണാതെത്തും പൂക്കാലം
Now, to set a different tone, to boom up our energy, we have a dance performance by Surya of the Department of Zoology. We kindly request Surya to step up on the stage.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Himicon 2026 Multidisciplinary International Conference, jointly organized by HM College of Science and Technology, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad College, Manjeri, in collaboration with Jamia Nadawiya Edowina, West Visia State University, Philippines, and Tribhuvan University, Nepal. Over to you, Surya. Over to you, Surya. Thank you, Surya. Thank you for that graceful performance. Once again, thank you, dear students, for making this evening delightful. Thank you.
We have now arrived at the culmination of the Himicon International Conference. It has been a day marked by intellectual rigor and the celebration of academic excellence. As we prepare to dissolve this assembly, it is our bounden duty to acknowledge and appreciate the collective efforts that have contributed to the success of this endeavor. To formally place our gratitude on record, I respectfully invite Mr. Anwar Hussain MP, the esteemed Vice Principal of HM College Manjeri, to propose the vote of thanks. Sir, the podium is yours.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, honored guests, esteemed delegates, our colleagues and students. As we conclude the valedictory session, it is my privilege to present the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I express my sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Mr. Abdurrahman, former Education Minister of Kerala, for his valuable online presence and inspiring valedictory address. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our management, especially Sri Kunjimadinkuti Sir, Manager of HMC, for his constant support and guidance. I sincerely thank our respected principals, Srimati Deepa K.S., Principal of HMC, and Sri Suhair P., Principal Mecca College, for their leadership and academic vision throughout the conference. I respected thanks our dignitaries, academicians, and dignitaries who took part in the certificate distribution and valedictory program. I also extend my gratitude to all keynote speakers, panelists, paper presenters, delegates, and participants for making the international conference intellectually enriching and successful. I place on record my sincere appreciation to organizing committee, coordinators, faculty members, non-teaching staff, volunteers, light and sound team, and media team, and students for the dedicated efforts behind the scene. Finally, I thank everyone present for your time, cooperation, and support. With this, I conclude the valedictory session. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. We join you in expressing our sincere gratitude to every individual who has been part of this journey. Ladies and gentlemen, as we officially draw the curtains on this valedictory session, let us stand united in respect of our nation. I request the august gathering to kindly rise for the national